Hey guys, and welcome back to the channel. The piece of gear we are reviewing today is the NFR from the Italian company KYT. I'm excited to be here with you, so let's get to it. KYT has a broad selection of helmets and is well known in racing circles, but today I wanted to look at one of their mid-level sport touring options that I think a higher number of everyday riders will probably be wearing. World-class helmet seems to be a specific theme that they advertise quite a bit, so let's see if this helmet measures up to that claim. The overall design was created by aeronautical engineers, innovative software, and wind tunnel testing that in my opinion result in a pretty good looking helmet. The outer shell is made of ADT or advanced thermoplastics, which consists of a mix of thermoplastic resin that provides decent crash protection and saves on the overall cost of the final product. Integrated into the shell are two top mount vents and a chin vent that work together to help move all that unwanted hot air out of the helmet. There's also a drop-down visor slide positioned on the left-hand side of the helmet behind the visor. The visor itself has a good field of vision and is labeled as optical class 1 with UV 380 protection, which means it only protects up to 80% of the UV rays. But you do get an additional drop-down visor for additional sun protection that has a decent amount of coverage. It comes with an anti-scratch and anti-fog coating, which is pretty much standard on all visors out there today, and this one can be swapped out without the need for any special tools. It was pretty easy to get off, but it was a little tricky to pop back on without a little tweaking. The detent's made for adequate operation, but it wasn't as smooth as I might like, and it actually, in my opinion, affected the way the visor actually closes. You have to pull down and out in order for the visor to close completely. Otherwise the visor twists and then it hits the seal and it won't close all the way. I know this sounds picky, but it's just one of those small distractions that I don't really want to have while I'm riding. On the upside, KYT does include the Pinlock 70 fog-free lens, which is a great bonus in my opinion anytime you buy a helmet. As for the internals, the washable liner is made out of polystyrene, which they describe, get this, as precious bioelastic fabric coupled with open cell sponges for best airflow in order to keep fresh and dry. The liner was also studied to work in symbiosis with the air intake from the shell to aid in ventilation along with the EPS foam. I love some of these descriptions and the terminology that these companies use. You'll find helpful instructions for the EMTs on the bottom of the cheek pads, and a small breath deflector is included too. If you wear glasses, they've got you taken care of, and you shouldn't have any problems wearing them with the helmet on. Speaker cutouts for music and Bluetooth communication is provided too, which is another standard option on most helmets these days. The chin strap uses a double D-ring closure, which is different from the ORM micrometric ratcheting chin strap they advertise it having. I personally wish they would have had this instead of the double D-ring because it's so much easier to use if you've got your gloves on or even if you don't have them on. But again, that's just my opinion. Bonus nuggets. The NFR is available in extra small through XXL with two shell sizes to accommodate. It's DOT and ECE approved with a price that ranges from about $225 to $275 depending on your choice of graphics, and there's quite a few options to choose from. Now that the details are done, let's go take it for a ride. Okay, so world-class helmet. Oh man, I'm not sold on this claim and I really wanted to believe it. The results in my opinion are okay, but I wasn't overly impressed with how the KYT performed. Comfort, ventilation, and visibility were all about average and nothing really stood out as great. I don't want to nitpick this helmet apart, but if I compare it to other options in this price range, I would not choose the NFR. The looks are good, but the fit and finish aren't there for me, and the quality of the build seems to come up short. The mechanisms work okay, but they feel like they're a little bit on the cheap side. There are some manufacturing issues too, like the breath deflector doesn't seat right, the Velcro on the liner is a little bit off center, and both of those are in addition to the visor issue I talked about earlier. Even the graphics have some flaws and don't line up. Unfortunately, at around the $250 price point, I would have to steer myself or someone else in a different direction from the KYT. I will at some point test out their other top level helmets and see how they compare to this mid-level option, so stay tuned. It's been great being with you today, and if you enjoyed the review, click the like button and please subscribe to the channel. Keep sending me your gear review requests and any follow-up questions you might have about today's review. I'm already looking forward to the next video, and until then, take care and be safe. I'll see you guys soon.